Now is Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff of California. He's the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. He served as the lead impeachment manager in the first impeachment trial of Donald Trump. He is also going to be on this committee, and I want to start there. Thank you again, Chairman, for joining us. I want to start there with what Nancy Pelosi just said. I'm paraphrasing, but she's basically said that voting to overturn the election or not certify the election on January 6th, which is a separate thing from the insurrection, but they're connected, voting to do that is not disqualifying to be on the committee. I want to get your reaction to that.
Well, look, I think the Speaker has taken a position all along that we want to get to the truth. We want to get to the heart of the matter. And we are willing to work with the other side. We're even willing to work, as she stated today, with people who voted to decertify the election. We were willing to have a commission with 5 Democrats and 5 Republicans in which not a single subpoena could go out if the Republicans uniformly objected. That was a heck of a leap of faith. Now, Kevin McCarthy didn't want any of that. Donald Trump didn't want any of that. They don't want the truth to come out. I think it's reflected in some of the choices that they've made for the Select Committee now. But we're going to confer as a body to discuss and analyze what McCarthy is proposing. I think certainly some of them are being put on just to disrupt. And we're not going to allow ourselves to be deterred. We're going to get to the truth of all the facts regarding January 6th.
So lots of people who may not be conspiracy theorists or nonsense peddlers have said to me what Jim Jordan said, that this is just impeachment 3. This is just another impeachment. You were a lead impeachment manager. You were the ranking member and then the chair of the House Intel Committee. So you've seen all this stuff. What is the response to people who say this is just another go at impeachment?
If it was another go at impeachment, we would not have proposed that the committee be equally divided between Democrats and Republicans as we did with the commission. We would not have negotiated a bill in bipartisan good faith that the ranking member of the Homeland Security Committee agreed to, along with Benny Thompson. But they didn't want that because they don't want a honest inquiry into the facts of January 6th to answer all the questions you asked. How was it organized? How was it paid for? What did people know in Congress or the White House about the violence that was going to take place before the events of that day? Was there advance notice? What intelligence did we have or not have? And most important, what do we do to protect the country going forward? Those are questions every American should want answered. That's a very different kind of an inquiry than an impeachment in which you're looking at whether the president should be convicted and removed from office.
So this is an interesting point because you're going to be hearing from a number of Capitol Police officers, including one, Sergeant Aquilino Gonell, who's with the U.S. Capitol Police. He spoke to Mehdi Hasan on July 6th. You may hear similar testimony from him at the committee. Let's just play what he said to my colleague Mehdi Hasan.
When former President Trump was in power, they said, well, you cannot hold him accountable because he's out the door. He's leaving in a couple of weeks. When he goes out of the office, then you can't hold him accountable because he's already out of the office. Every single time that they had the opportunity to hold the former president accountable, they haven't.
I mean, Sergeant Gonell seems legitimately confused about this. Mitch McConnell said after the impeachment vote that there are methods by which Donald Trump can be held accountable for what he did. But Sergeant Gonell is wondering what a lot of Americans are wondering about. Where are the methods? As far as Republicans are concerned, there don't seem to be any methods. Every time there's an attempt to hold Donald Trump accountable, there's some reason why they shouldn't.
There was a brief moment after the insurrection when Mitch McConnell, I think, felt the pangs of conscience, felt some call to defend the Republic, but it was fleeting. And he quickly realized that if he tried to hold the president accountable, he would lose his position. And I think there was nothing more important to him than maintaining his position. Now, Kevin McCarthy had no struggle along those lines. He is nothing if not 100% a political animal. But the reality is the Republican Party is gone. You have a cult around Donald Trump. The legislative leadership in the Congress will do whatever he wants. And of course, they're not going to hold him accountable. They're afraid of his base. And as long as that is true, they will continue pushing out his lies, big and small, because that's what their party is right now. It's an anti-truth party. It's an autocratic party. And we need Republicans of good conscience to take back their party, because our system really depends on two healthy parties.
Chairman Schiff, good to see you. Thank you, as always, for joining me. Chairman Adam Schiff of the House Intelligence Committee. He will be serving on the Select Committee looking into January 6th. Coming up, Neil.